am the first narrator. Background of the case: in 2010, in the state of Tamil Nadu, there were regular instances of numerous clashes between the bar and the police. As a result of such mishappenings, some of the lawyers were assaulted by certain policemen. The matter between them worsened and the criminal case was filed against the policeman in the court for assaulting the lawyer and against the illegal means that they had adopted. When the matter was to be tried in the court, the Coimbatore Bar Association passed a resolution claiming that no member of the Coimbatore Bar Association would defend the accused police officer before the court for the criminal case brought against them. A special petition was subsequently filed in the Supreme Court of India against the resolution passed by the Bar Association of Coimbatore that no member of the Concert Bar Association of Coimbatore would defend the accused policeman in the criminal case filed against them.
I am Parvesh Sheikh, narrator number 2. In this particular case, the bone of contention is the resolution that was passed by the Bar Association of Coimbatore stating that none of its members would defend the accused policeman during the trial, which was the result of a criminal complaint filed against the policemen as they had assaulted the lawyers. As a result of this, a special leave petition was filed by the policeman in the Supreme Court of India against that very resolution, claiming that it violated the Constitution of India. Precisely Article 22, first, the Rule 11, Chapter 2, Part 6 of the rules framed by the Bar Council of India, titled as the Standards of Professional Conduct and Etiquettes and the Professional Ethics, issue whether the resolution passed by the Bar Association that no member would deem the police personnel was valid. Justice K.P. Shivasubramaniam, retired, appointed by High Court as a commissioner to conduct inquiry. Now the High Court proceedings.
May I proceed, my lord?
Yes, proceed.
Every citizen is entitled to the right to representation, and the resolution that was passed by the Bar Association of Coimbatore stands in clear contradictory of that. It is the duty of every legal practitioner to defend the people in all the situations except when there is a conflict of interest, that is, they all have the duty to defend. The resolution violates the Article 22 subclause 1 of the Constitution of India, as the article clearly states that the person in custody for a criminal charge can be defended by a legal practitioner of his choice. The resolution also violates the fundamental right of citizen states in Article 14 and 21. This is a breach of duty under Section 2, Duty to the Client Advocate Act 1961.
May I proceed, madam? Yes, proceed. I am the respondent lawyer. The resolution passed by the Bar Association of Coimbatore was the result of the assault done by the policeman on the lawyer of the bar. The resolution was passed keeping in mind the security issues that the lawyers experienced. The lawyers were threatened in the proximity of the policemen because of the previous incidents of the assault on them, and hence they could not represent the policemen in the trial of the criminal case that was filed against them. Actually, the case started on the 9th of December 2010 that Mrs. Satyabhama and 4 other constables assaulted the petitioner appellant at the bus stand and then dragged him into the nearby all-women police station and B3 police station, where he was beaten up even after knowing that he was an advocate. After this, the police refused to register his complaint and was taken at government hospital at 1:45 a.m. the next day, attempted to falsely issue a drunken certificate. Later, he went to another hospital. CT scan reports revealed that he received several bruises and a tear in his left ear, and he is partially paralyzed also.
Start.
I disagree with all the allegations of my learned friend madam. My client Satyabhama and her colleagues never assaulted him. He was beaten by the public. A.S. Mohammed Rafi touched my client and tried to outrage her modesty. Drunken certificate was a mistake of doctor.
After looking at all the proofs, evidences, the court has come to the decision the remedy of compensation in proceeding under Article 32 or Article 226 of the Constitution is available in public law and it is based on the strict liability for the violation of fundamental rights. The principle of sovereign immunity do not apply to this, although it can be used as a defense in private law in an action based on tort. The petitioner appellant had a strong prima facie case for the award of the compensation after considering the mental agony and medical expenses incurred. Compensation of 50,000 shall be given which the state is entitled to recover from respondent. Hence, the court asked the lawyer to abandon the practice of strike and boycott.
Mohammed Rafi was not satisfied with the judgment of High Court of Madras, so an appeal has been filed against the impunged an order of the High Court of Madras dated 24 April 2008 passed in writ petition. Now the Supreme Court proceedings.
My Lordship, may I proceed?
Proceed.
Much obliged. I am appellant lawyer of S. Mohammed Rafi. My appellant as Mohammed Rafi has appealed to the Supreme Court against the judgment of High Court in the case of Mohammed Rafi versus State of Tamil Nadu. It is against the assault of police against my client.
Proceed.
Much obliged. I am appellant lawyer of M.S. Mohammed Rafi. My appellant as Mohammed Rafi has appealed to the Supreme Court against the judgment of the High Court in the case of Mohammed Rafi versus State of Tamil Nadu. It is against the assault of police against my client.
I am Altaf Ahmed, the amicus curiae to this case. For this case, already judgment has been given in which S. Mohammed Rafi has been awarded a compensation of 50,000. So, under the Article 21, that is right to fair trial, it is already mentioned in the case. As an amicus curiae, in this case, I suggest the case to give some more compensation to the petitioner. Please.
As suggested by Mr. Altaf Ahmed, without going into the merits of the controversy, we direct that a sum of rupees 1,50,000 rupees only be given to the appellant by the state of Tamil Nadu as compensation. We have been informed that the appellant had already received a sum of rupees 50,000 rupees only, and hence the remaining sum of rupees 1 lakh rupees only shall be paid by the state of Tamil Nadu to the appellant within the period of 2 months from today.
In our opinion, such resolutions are wholly illegal, against all traditions of the bar and against the professional ethics. Every person, however, will get deprived, while the degenerated, perverted, exhibit, repressive, he may be regarded by the society as a right to defend in the court of law, and corresponding it is the duty of the lawyer to defend him under the Article 21, a right to fair trial, includes the right for the legal assistance.
Conclusion part. Professional ethics require that a lawyer cannot refuse a brief, provided a client is willing to pay his fee and the lawyer is not otherwise engaged. Hence, the action of any bar association in passing a resolution that none of its members will appear for a particular accused, whether on the ground that none of its members will appear for a particular accused, whether on the ground that he is a suspected terrorist, rapist, mass murderer, etc., is against all norms of the Constitution and professional ethics. It is against the great traditions of the bar, which has always stood up for defending persons accused of a crime. Such a resolution is, in fact, a disgrace to the legal community. All such resolutions of bar associations in India are null and void, and the right-minded lawyers should ignore and defy such resolutions if they want democracy and rule of law to be upheld in this country.